Oil, wind, natural gas. These necessities power everything from the electric lights of Las Vegas to a simple light bulb. Welcome to the United States of America, more specifically, the U.S. infrastructure.
Today, the United States is now the #1 country producing oil, natural gas, and wind energy. In fact, in a recent speech made at North Carolina State University, President Obama said this, and I quote, "For the first time in nearly 2 decades, we produce more oil here in the United States than we buy from the rest of the world," unquote. Now, what this means for the United States economy.
Of concern is the fact that the vast majority of energy that we use for transportation comes from oil. So you guys came over in a car, powered by gasoline,
Yes.
powered by oil, right? Airplane transportation, buses largely. I mean, the miles we travel are fueled by oil. And one of the concerns we have is on a daily basis, it doesn't have much of an impact, right? It's one of those things that everything's fine until it's not fine.
As shown 5 years ago in San Bernardino, California. There, a pipeline exploded and resulted in 8 people losing their lives.
And so you have to continue to make those investments in the future to ensure that you don't have issues kind of going down the line. So there are a lot of investments we need to make in our transportation infrastructure and our energy infrastructure. I mean, these things they're not free. These are real investments that we make in our country.
Demand very high standards from the companies who are drilling, and frankly, who are making all the money off of it.
We need a lot more science on it, and that's what, of course, the Department of Energy is very concerned with, and the EPA, of course, the Environmental Protection Agency, are very concerned with, so that we can go forward and make sure we regulate the industry in such a way that we're producing this energy safely.
I mean, it's certainly going to take a lot of money and a lot of time, frankly, but a really concerted effort. I mean, we need people who are on the public industry, the public sector, the political folks to say, hey, this is a priority, and we're going to push all these people together. People at the federal level, the state level, and the local level, everyone has to kind of cooperate and say, we're going to do this.
So one of the things we have to do is create some alternatives. I mean, you have to have everything from wind and solar, battery-powered vehicles that come from electricity, that might come from everything from wind and solar to clean coal. Different technologies that help you create different ways of transportation. Everything from biofuels to particularly nuclear energy that could contribute to the grid, that could help with plug-in electric vehicles. So I mean, I think these things are sustainable, but we have to give ourselves some options, right?
Very large organizations and corporations, Walmart's, IKEA, Google, Apple, have made substantial investments in solar power and alternative energy investments. I think they're doing that for a couple of reasons. So I think it's really twofold. They're hedging against future fuel costs, and they're also fulfilling their economic or environmental obligation.
You create jobs, the immediate jobs, but also long-term jobs. We also are able to move the energy more efficiently, which will actually save the ratepayers and the users a lot of money for years and years to come. So again, I think there's economic, and there's also eventually even environmental benefit to upgrading to continually investing in the infrastructure there.
Listen up, America. Facts are facts. We have a D- energy rating. We need to fix it. The entire U.S. infrastructure isn't just something we can sweep under the rug. It needs to be dealt with. We're running on fumes. Let's do something about it before we run out of gas.